Now we looked at some of the basic building blocks of creating good formulas like the if statement. But there are some functions that are very complex and do some really cool things right on their own. One of those is the lookup function. Here we have two tables, and this is a simple table. I've just entered data into it. It's just got two columns and a bunch of rows, item and price. So you have your item name here. It's just some text. You have price, it's just a number that I formatted as currency. Then I've got a second table. And the second table is empty. It just has some headers here, and this is going to be sales. The lookup function, what it will do is it will take items from a table and look up a value. So for instance, if I were to say the first sale here is for apples, then I could say, great, what's the price? Now you might think, well, I'll just enter that in manually. I'll look it up here visually. Okay, it's 50 cents and enter it in there. But what would be nice is if it would automatically fill in the price here. And it could do that with the lookup function. So we'll start a formula here. And we use lookup. And I'm going to go to the reference here. Always go to the reference. I've been using numbers for decades and I still go to the reference just to make sure I see all the possibilities here. And I could see that lookup takes three parameters. The search for, the search where, and the result values. What am I going to search for? Well, I'm going to search for the value here in column A. Great. Where am I going to search? Well, I'm going to search that in column A for the prices table. So I'll use that. So it's going to search this column to find this value. When it does, I want it to give me a result from this column. And it's going to match it. So if it finds that row 2 holds apple, it will give me the value in row 2 for column B. And sure enough, I look here and it takes 50 cents from here and sticks it there. Then I can complete this by saying, okay, multiply the quantity times the price, and I get my value. Now I can continue to enter in rows here. So I'll go to the next row down and I'll say pair. And then I'll give a amount here. Going to copy this formula from here to here, and it's going to look up pair here and match it with 43 cents and put 43 there. So the formula here is just still look up A3 and then in the A column of prices and the B column of prices. So it gives me the correct value there. I will enter the formula in here. Now it should follow through that. Since I've got these two rows, it should automatically put the formulas in. You can see it does. It actually gives me an error there because I haven't put anything here yet. So if I put orange, now it automatically says, okay, 60 cents, 0 because there's 0 quantity. So I'll put in a 2 here for quantity and it will look it up. The great thing is, of course, this is a live lookup. So if I say, oops, the price for apples is supposed to be 51 cents, you can see it updates the price and the total automatically. So I can continue to add this. I can even add another row here and then add this one in and it does my calculation. Always looking up the price from the prices table. And this table could be here. It could be in another sheet. You could even lock this. So I could select this table here and then I could go to arrange lock. So I can lock it so I don't actually change the price, for instance, and it will still look things up just fine. So there's another sale of apples, 10 apples, and it looks it up there. So the lookup function is key to doing a lot of different high-powered things in numbers.